Hello, this is Melissa. Welcome to Mindful Movement with Melissa. Today we're going to focus on the hip joint, and we're also going to be using the wall again, but we're going to be lying down. So we'll get to that in a second. I want to explain first about how the hip joint works. If you look over here at Mr. Bones, when everything's all together, a lot of us spend a lot of time with the femur. This is the femur. This is the pelvis. So a lot of us spend a lot of time at this angle, sitting. And then if I showed you in detail, there's a whole lot of other angles it could be at, because some of us tuck our pelvis or turn the pelvis back. There could be something going on in the lumbar area or this whole area that moves things around, because this is not, that we don't really have this in our hip joint in a real human body. All this in here is all this soft tissue that connects everything like little bungee cords. So what I want to explore today is what it would feel like to put this whole joint in a different place in gravity, and give this whole area a little break and some new information so that we can come back into our regular lives with more freedom in our bodies. So I'll show you again how this looks when you take it apart, if you've never looked at this before. There's a back here, I'll turn it around a little. You can't really see because it's under here. So on the underside of this, there's this big hole here, and there's this big heavy bone, but it has this small circular piece that goes in here like this, and it rolls around a lot. So like the shoulder, you know, it's a ball and socket joint. So just to kind of show you, I mean, it can't really go this far, we know that, in the real body, but just to show you sort of the basics of how it rolls around, what it looks like, how it works. In a way it's very complicated, in a way it's pretty simple. So our bodies were designed to climb and run and walk and crawl and swim, all these things that a lot of us don't do very much every day. So even a little bit of mindful movement that awakens the nerves and muscles and a different place in the brain is really helpful for us and makes us feel better. So here we go. Find a wall. If it's hard for you to get in the floor, and you can do this on your bed if you've got a bed that's against the wall. So figure out some way to get on the floor that's comfortable for you. I have some knee issues, so I have limited flexion in my knees. You just work with what you got. If you need a pillow, you can use a pillow. I'm not using a pillow today, but the trick is to scoot up really, really, really close to the wall and wiggle your way around. And just like you would be sitting in a chair, you're going to get your butt up against the wall. And if this is all you do, this is great. This is absolutely wonderful, because it puts your bones in a different place in your body, a different place in gravity. It's also good for the lymphatic system, circulatory system. If you have any problems with your feet, plantar fasciitis, ankle issues, anything like that, this just gives everything a rest. So you can look in the links below. There's lots of articles and videos about this, just feet up the wall. So if this is all you do, this is great. If you're like me and you get bored sitting still, then I'll give you a couple other things you can do while you're here. And you can do one leg at a time or both legs, but it's basically just feeling the hips and kind of allowing the bones to drop down. We do a lot of holding and gripping on our legs and our butts, and just trying to let that loosen up, wiggle around. You can do what I'm doing now. So you find this, so you can find the front of the bone. That's why I keep telling people, if you can feel your bones, you can kind of set yourself free. So I guess we would be here. Yeah, so see if you can find this big bone here, the top of it. Feel how it moves. This is very simple. Just feel how it moves when you kind of rock around. And there's lots of things we can do with this. I might do some more in some other videos. We'll start just by seeing how much you can move your leg out just a little bit. You're letting it slide. This is not ideal either. we were debating about doing the video in a different place, but I want you to see that even if you don't have a flat wall, work with what you've got. I know this seems like nothing, but you can put your hand here too as a support. So if you get to a place where it feels like it's too much of a stretch, step away from the edge. That's, see what you got here. And let's take a breath. We usually do that. Let's take a breath. So if you haven't already, see if you can allow your eyes to close. Feel your head resting on the floor. And when you're ready, take a breath in and a breath out. And one more time, breath in and breath out. And that's really all you have to do. I know it seems like nothing, but when you come back from this, you'll realize that you've given your whole nervous system a break. You've connected with your body instead of just thinking, doing. Just a little mindful movement to give you some refreshment in your day. So, yeah. This is what happens if you stop for a little bit and just feel your body. You can give yourself a nice little rest, a nice little break. So, like this video. I guess I should turn around so you can see me. Like this video. Click below, subscribe. I got some information down there. You can look at my website. Give yourself a 5-minute break every day. That's not too much. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.